Now, if you love Optimal Work Daily, a great podcast to pair it with is the Hustle Daily Show, part of the HubSpot podcast network and the audio destination for business builders. The Hustle Daily Show provides your daily dose of business, tech, news, and original stories to keep you in the loop on what's trending in business so you can use this information to help your own company succeed. The Hustle Daily Show's team of writers break down the biggest business headlines in 10 minutes or less, just like we do here, and explain why you should care about them. They'll also do deep dives on topics like a man who won the lottery 14 times and why it's nearly impossible to buy an original Bob Ross painting. I checked out a few episodes of the Hustle Daily Show, and to me, it felt like one of the most fun and streamlined ways possible to get the information you need to stay up to date on current business trends. So be sure to search for the Hustle Daily Show wherever you get your podcasts.
When someone accidentally threw away the school play costumes,
oh no!
Replacements were shipped with FedEx. And with picture proof of delivery, everyone could focus on the perfect opening night. FedEx, where now meets next. For residential delivery only.
This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1155, 7 Tips for Finding a New Job, by Brian Tracy of briantracy.com. And I'm Dan, your personal narrator, and thanks for joining me today. This is where I read to you every single day, including weekends and holidays, from these great blogs all about work, entrepreneurship, and so much more. So let's get right to it now as we hear from Brian Tracy and optimize your life. 7 Tips for Finding a New Job, by Brian Tracy of briantracy.com. As you may know, a lot of people are out of work today. And if you're not out of work, you probably will be sooner or later. Finding a new job is no walk in the park, but can be made simpler with the right tools and mindset. Your ability to get the right job at the right wage, doing the right thing with the right people in the right company, is one of the most important skills you develop as a life skill. I've shared my tips for finding a new job for thousands of job seekers and job changers. These great ideas will revolutionize your life and business future. Tips for finding a new job. If you want to earn what you are really worth, you have to be in the right job in the first place. Most people should be earning much more than they are today. This is a challenging time in human history to be out in the job market and working to survive and thrive. In spite of problems in the economy, there are countless opportunities and possibilities for talented people like you to find or create great jobs and earn more than they ever have before. If you want to be one of them, follow these tips. 1. Do your homework. When you are looking for the job you want, you engage in the same activities a sales professional would. 3 activities essential to sales success are prospecting, presenting, and following up. Your job when looking for a job is to prospect thoroughly and develop the greatest number of leads or potential jobs that you possibly can. One of the most important keys to success in selling today is what is called pre-call research. Do your homework and find out everything that you possibly can about the individual, the organization, and the industry before you reach out to anyone for the first time. 2. Conduct an internet job search. Finding a job on the internet is a skill you will learn through practice. Start by visiting the most popular sites like LinkedIn and Indeed, where job postings are most commonly advertised. Search various versions of job titles you are interested in. Job titles for the same type of position vary from company to company, so you'll want to do your research and apply to the appropriate title. 3. Gather information from multiple job sites. Some internet job sites specialize in one kind of employment. It's also important to pay attention to whether the site is local or national. If you are looking to buy a house, you don't buy the first one you see without looking at other properties. Finding a job is very similar. Do industry research on average salaries and take note of the various job responsibilities that may be asked of you at different companies. Remember that the same job title at 2 different companies could yield different responsibilities. The more information you preliminarily gather will only benefit you in the long run. 4. Attend job career fairs. Job fairs are held yearly or even more frequently in some areas, which allow you to meet hiring professionals in person. These will likely be advertised in the newspaper, online, or even the radio. When visiting job fairs, talk to the various employers exhibiting there and find out what they're looking for today and what they will be looking for in the future. Even if you're currently employed, keep sowing seeds everywhere you go so that you can create a rich harvest at employment opportunities in the future. Spending time visiting these now will pay off in the future. 5. Look for active, growing companies. Keep an eye out for companies in your community that are announcing expansion or increased profitability, like opening a new branch or office, or their profits last year went up dramatically. These companies are always looking for more good people. Every business owner knows the key to growth is to hire good people. The more good people you can hire, the faster you can grow, and the more profits you can make. Growing companies offer lots of opportunities and will pay well for the right skills, especially if you're the one who has them. 6. Find new product releases. Whenever a company is expanding its products or services, there will be job opportunities to sell, distribute, service, and install the product. Additionally, there will be jobs handling administration and details associated with the product. My suggestion is to create a watch list of popular companies in your area or companies you are personally a fan of their products. If you frequently check these companies' LinkedIn, career pages, and set up job alerts on third-party sites, you will likely find out about the positions before others on the market. Then, when it comes time for hiring, you will be one step ahead of the competition. And 7. Sell yourself professionally. The job interview is like a sales call. You are essentially in sales when you are looking for a job. When interviewing, you are going to sell yourself to someone else, and you're going to charge a lot of money for your product. The type of job you get and the salary you command will be a measure of how well you have sold yourself at this critical point in your career change. Many people do not like the idea of selling and do not see themselves as salespeople. Unfortunately, this is the type of attitude that leads to underachievement in life. It leads to being passive rather than active, and feeling inferior rather than feeling powerful. The fact is that everyone who wants to sell his or her ideas or services to others is a salesperson. The only question is whether or not you're any good at it. Create a plan for finding a job. Finding a job can be stressful and overwhelming, but my hope is these tips help you take on the job market with the knowledge and confidence necessary to secure your dream job. You just listened to the post titled 7 Tips for Finding a New Job by Brian Tracy of briantracy.com. Labor strikes, climate change, your beat-up office printer. What do they all have in common? Come on, it's all about the money. Economics is everywhere and everything, fueling our lives even where we least expect it. If you're a fan of Optimal Work Daily and are curious to learn something new and exciting about economics every week, I recommend you listen to the Planet Money podcast from NPR. Planet Money is a different kind of world where the complex economy actually makes sense. Listeners can learn, laugh, and be entertained. And I find it to be really educational too. Money can be confusing, and Planet Money is great at providing straightforward explanations for how money is really moving in ways we're usually kept in the dark about. The Planet Money team lives to tell a good story in around 30 minutes. It's econ for the rest of us. So tune into Planet Money every week for entertaining stories and insights about how money shapes our world. Stories that can't be found anywhere else. Listen now to Planet Money from NPR, wherever you get your podcasts. Your business is buried in manual work, taking forever to close the books. If this is you, consider 3 numbers: 37,000, 25, 1. 37,000. That's the number of businesses which have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle. 25. NetSuite turns 25 this year. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less, close their books in days, not weeks, and drive down costs. 1, because your business is one of a kind, so you get a customized solution for all of your KPIs in one efficient system with one source of truth. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. NetSuite is giving you the power of having all your information in one place, helping you to make better, more driven decisions as a business owner. Everything you need to grow, all in one place. And you really can't put a price on the power and efficiency that comes with having all of your processes streamlined like this. This is truly an unprecedented offer. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist, designed to give you consistently excellent performance, absolutely free at netsuite.com/startup. That's netsuite.com/startup to get your own KPI checklist. netsuite.com/startup. And let me give a big thank you to Brian, who is chairman and CEO of Brian Tracy International. Brian helps people achieve personal and business goals quickly and easily. He has studied, researched, written, and spoken for 30 years in the fields of economics, history, business, philosophy, and psychology, and he's the top-selling author of over 70 books. His talks and seminars on leadership, selling, self-esteem, goals, strategy, creativity, and success psychology are super effective in both creating immediate changes as well as long-term results. Brian's also active in community and national affairs and is the president of 3 companies headquartered in Solana Beach, California. So come by his site, briantracy.com, and he's actually narrated across all of our podcasts. So if you like his style and his content, just check out our other shows. You can search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this to find all of them. And that's going to do it for me today. I thank you as always for being here with me and for clicking subscribe or follow in your podcast app. That really helps us out. And I'll be back again with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.